finding a friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence. Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even. An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luka's bedroom. Luka glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think. A pit formed in Luka's stomach. Luka's mouth felt dry. Luka could feel his heart beating in his throat. The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient. Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly. The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read: Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis. Mycological Phosphorescence. The entire top level of the library was devoted to comic, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser, revered spin-offs. Oh, the cobs I've eaten, a salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous. Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luka brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible. A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time. By Patrick C. Montesquieu. Cato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Cato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing. Cato was lost in his reading. Luka crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology. He gestured to the shelves. There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week. Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way. Luka shifted his feet uncomfortably. Beck pulled a coin from her pocket. Luka felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost. Luka watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals. As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust. Iggy took a step towards Luka, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luka's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the strange. Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye. At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luka snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luka launched himself into his stomach. Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze. Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up. The person at the warehouse, this strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this? Beck glanced toward Luka. Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luka, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4.